Hey guys, Trail for Turam here. We're here with no shot story. In the land of Turam,
The
here
fuck?
we're over this serious here.
Rumor,
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 no, Rumor, no,
rumor,
Rumor. Anyways,
remember.
we're in the King's Realm. We're in the Land of Fire. So, why is my, why is it so low? It's weird.
Yeah, man, you gotta get high, man.
Super high.
I'm gonna kill you. Anyways, so let me just go ahead and look at the story I gave you guys. 'Cause I forget. Where is your heart, my friends? It is going to be right there. The story. So,
Oh.
within the King's realm, the King and Iron's realm, of the burning fields of it's the Ember Fields, right?
Yeah.
The Embered Field region of the King's land. As smoke pours within this realm of fire and soot, we see before us, leaving the small town, small duchy of Emberwick, a party of three, a trio, if you will, upon Flamebounder back. These large creatures of steel and iron, twisted in a hunchbacked, four-legged quadrupedal, dog-like creature 15 feet tall, with juts of flame coming out, and as its head swivels around and its jaw opens, you can see large teeth made of swirling flame, and just bits of smoke pouring out of its nostrils. Its eyes are not there, but covered with plates of steel itself.
Magic.
Upon these flame bounders, whose tails whip like firing whips upon its back as they bound through the flaming embered fields, is a familiar figure to some. One woman of fire, with glass-like skeleton that can be seen barely a bit in between, with fire-like colors to it. But upon her body, it seems that her entire body is made of fire, similar to, think like an astronaut from Skyrim. Anybody watching?
That's back. Got it.
Astronaut, sorry. But it doesn't have the outside kind of like stone parts that's inside its body. It's like a skeleton of glass almost, but it's fire orangish red. And the rest of the body is kind of just flames, of Flame Princess as well. That's a better representation. But we see this woman with a bit of blue and green fire creating a dress, as well as a little bit of steel armor, a pauldron on her left shoulder, and a bit of metal plates that seem to be just formed around her body, meant to be light kind of armor, in a hunting kind of garb, with a large polearm on her back. This, though a bit different than what we've seen before, seems to be Pyre, daughter of the King and Iron, and engaged partner to Theolin. As she rides upon this moorbounder, she rides beside her two hired figures, individuals of noble families of the King and Iron's realm, or beyond, who knows. But they seem to hold themselves at a higher standard than most, as they ride atop their moorbounders as well. Basilius, describe your character, please, and introduce them.
Hi, hello. My
Hello.
characters is Blake Ashburn, a currently 6'8" tall, completely armored figure, covered in like a blackish armor with gold highlights and other kind of insignias. She wears a full plated helmet that completely covers her face, with two horns kind of sticking out of the sides of them and a red plume off the top that flows back. The back of her helmet is open, which allows for her black hair to fall out. But other than that, you can't see anything from her. And her dread helmet does have some red orbs for eyes that kind of menacingly glow out of the helmet. But she is silent and on guard for both Pyre and her hired her brother that doesn't know she's his sister.
As we turn towards the next character. Yotis, describe your character.
Alright. Similar to his sister, the one that he's not currently aware of. He has hired her as a bodyguard, and he himself is a noble of the House Ashburn. He's a fire genasi. His skin, his hair, and most of his body is completely naturally on fire. And he has a trench coat. He's got a bunch of leather. He has a cloak on as well to try and hide his more noble features, as he is currently going undercover to search for his sister, who he has no idea is right next to him.
As these two have begun travel with Pyre, who seeks to determine the reason for... Give me a second, I'm trying to figure out what it is again. To figure out why the forest of flame near the... I said the village, but it's not a village. Near the town of Emberwick burns ever so slightly less, and what has been causing the strange happenings within it. As she seeks answers to these questions, she also is being tested by her mother, who seems to wish to test to see if she is worth the title of Lady of Emberwick in the future, and whether she could earn the permission of the King in Iron to wed Theolin in the future. At the moment, the King has yet to give his approval fully, and Pyre thinks that this may earn some respect in that manner. As you bound through these embered fields towards the flaming forest, these large trees of greenish flamed leaves and brown flamed bark sit upon the edge of the embered fields that surround Emberwick. As you pass within, the bright colors of day suddenly grow dark with smoke and soot and fog, seemingly giving a darkness to the forest around you. Though ever so often an ember seems to fall, similar to a firefly on the normal plane of existence. As you begin to enter, Pyre looks towards the both of you. So, what do we do here? I haven't really gotten out of Emberwick much before. What are we looking for?
We're searching for anything amiss.
Oh, okay. So should we just keep running through the forest, or get off and look around, or...
What was the nature of the strangeness that was going on? Kidnappings? Was it killings?
Monsters from the
Strange
forest,
magic?
being pushed out, that should not be coming out of the forest itself, being displaced, as well as, individuals going missing in the forest, yes.
We look for tracks, beast or human, that should not belong in the forest. Large ones if it's a beast.
Agreed.
A creature of significant size or power would be the only thing that comes to my immediate attention. Would drive creatures out of the forest, and could perhaps explain the disappearances. But human intervention would also cause the same thing.
We should
Or-
also question the villagers, see if they know anything.
Yes, indeed. That's a good idea. That is a fantastic idea! I mean, fantastic idea, sir.
It was odd. But, yes, we should question the villagers first.
Well,
If there's anything
the town members had
amiss
no,
going on.
gave us all the information they could. We could travel back if you want to get more information.
No, we should probably.
It would take you about 30 minutes of travel on the Flame Bounders. On foot, probably about 2 hours.
Well, since we're already out here, we should do as Blake suggested and search around the immediate area.
Okay, Barty boy, and she slaps the moorbounder on like the side, and it seems to sit down on all four haunches and begins to lick its plated claws. Okay, I'd like both of you to make me an animal hunting check as you begin to try and get off your flame bounders.
Crud. Not bad.
These two. 12.
Okay. Yours?
I got an 18.
You're both fine. As you manage to command them to sit, they begin to just sit within the area. Alright, let's begin searching then. You three, stay here. If you hear, Barty boy, if you ever hear, a scream, run back to town and fetch some guards. And Barty boy just looks at her, continues to lick its paw. Alright.
I'm not sure it understands you.
Of course it does. Barty boy's my friend. Barty boy looks at her with hungry eyes.
Huh?
Right. Well, we should come along with you.
That's what you're
let's
hired
go.
for. So, as you all are entering into the forest, you begin to pass through and eventually find a small clearing. I'd like you guys to roll investigation checks as you begin to look for clues, tracks specifically, or survival check, your choice. And you may both roll or give one person advantage.
I'll give you advantage.
Are you sure? I got a +3 to my
Yeah.
survival.
Yeah, I have a +2. Beyond
Alright.
that, it would be in character for mine to help you.
Alright, yeah. That's what I'm paying you for. Shit.
Okay.
7.
7 what?
Survival.
Survival. No tracks. Well, no fresh ones, anyways. You do see footprints, but they seem to be tossed over by the ash and soot of the forest itself. Nothing that seems to be relatively recent.
I'm gonna do a divine sense.
Mind you,
it will let
there
me-
are like plant life here. There's like plant life that's literally fire here. So as you're like moving
Oh.
around, you're being careful. Some of it doesn't burn, some of it does, depending on what you touch.
Okay.
You're gonna do what?
Got it.
I'm going to divine sense, and within 60 feet, I will know the location of any celestial fiend or undead that's not behind total cover. I just
Celestial
want to.
Fey, Fiend, or Undead, right?
Yes.
Okay. You don't sense any of these, but what you do sense is that one pair of these tracks on the ground seems to... Because it's old, the glowing of the presence seems to only be noticeable just barely. Like, if you got here tomorrow, it probably would not remain.
Yeah.
Some large armored footprints on the ground seem to resonate undead energy.
Find anything, Blake?
Your name is Ferd now, right?
Yep.
Alright. Ferd. Undead footprints. I point to the ones you found. Undead energy radiates off these footprints. Great find, and I'll pat you on the shoulder.
Thank you. Now, we should probably get going. Pyre, you coming?
Yes, and she's looking around for a second. Give me a second here. Did you see that? And she points to the tree. You guys don't see anything.
I think you might be losing your head.
Sorry.
Don't worry. I know these woods can be unnerving. There shouldn't be anything out here that we can't handle.
Of course, of course.
Now hold on. I might just need glasses. Can you describe what you saw?
I'm not sure. It was darker in color, not made of fire. It had this, like, strange tuft. What was that called? I've seen it before. My mother wore it a bit when she was taking suitors and having many men come to her home. Fur. Fur.
Oh.
That's what it is. Fur.
Strange
it's anything?
piece.
It was staring at us from the trees, but it left as soon as I pointed it out.
Not made of fire, then it couldn't be from the fire plane, could it?
Most things don't have fur here in the fire plane because it burns. Unless it's resistant to fire. It could be just a normal creature of the fire plane, sure, but I doubt it. It seemed strange, like it was eyeing us.
Outside intervention, humanoid probably brought here, possibly? It might have something to do with the footprints. Could be related.
Maybe. We should probably continue on. Keep our eyes out. Stay cautious.
Mm-hmm. Well, princess?
She looks to you and blushes and goes, "I'm not a princess." Anyways, and she continues daintily. As she steps through the forest with you all, I would like you guys to make a survival check if you're following the footprints.
Survival.
And if you're not, I'd like you to make another investigation check as you move through the forest.
I got a nat 20 on a survival check.
Okay.
Yo.
And you?
I don't. I got a 16 survival.
There's many different footprints upon the sooted ground here, and as you begin to pass through them, this one seems to pass through others. But you start to notice specific footprints that are being commonly made in this in the forest in a specific direction, and they go with the same footed armor ones of yours. And there's multiple armor-studded footprints here, but then you also see not armor-studded footprints as well, and they all are seemingly going in a single direction. Instead of like sporadically around on the ground like others, they seem to have intent in their purpose. You also start to notice, as you continue through, drag marks. Something, a few things heavy, but then a few things not as heavy. Less wide, less deep. Some of them are very deep and very wide. Like Thielen made Pyre the other night. What?
What? What was that? Huh? Huh? Say it. Although it seems as if they were dragging something along the ground here. Multiple somethings. But
The disappearances. Could
There's
that be related?
There is, like, you guys are in like a small like clearing. Like there seems to be like a pseudo clearing here with like packed soots on the strange ground here of ashen soil. But you could see these in the drag marks. If you'd like to investigate the area, you can. But continue with what you were saying.
These drag marks. Could it be related to the disappearances? Possibly the
Well,
same.
I wouldn't say it isn't. Either way, we're here to investigate, so let's find out. Should we look around the area or follow the marks?
It wouldn't hurt to take a quick glance around, but I think these footprints might be the best lead. What do you think, Lady Pyre?
I think so too. I think this would be the best. As she's saying this, you guys hear. Well, you hear, and you watch her. She like starts to nod. Something comes out of the forest and sidewinds her. She goes flying into a few of the trees and just slumps on the ground for a second, seemingly knocked unconscious by whatever this is. And you see, sliding to a stop, large tusks of silver and iron that come to a burning tip. Large snouts and pig-like ears with fur of blackened color that seems to come to a burning color of soot as it has small bits of embers coming off its back, a large metal faceplate, and these burning these burning embered eyes of flame as you see a fire plane gigantic boar. I need both of you to roll initiative immediately as it lets out a...
Oh my.
18.
18?
I got a 7.
What is with high initiatives and me with side sessions, but
No
not
idea.
with the main sessions?
It's very
So-
interesting.
I'm not even going to keep track of this. We're going to keep track of this as it is. It's you, Basilius, the boar, and then Eotus.
Okay.
So as
Who's
the boar
Iotus?
lets out a screech, you're within 30 feet of it. It seemingly has defeated Pyre. What are you doing?
Do we want to conserve our shit, or should I, like, attack it?
Let's just beat the shit out of it.
Okay. I'm going to rush up
Mm-hmm.
and, make a weapon attack against it.
With?
My longsword.
Ooh,
As
how
you rush
long?
forward, you pull out your long sword, and it just keeps coming out. It's as tall as the Empire's no. You pull out the long sword.
I pull out the
Keep
longsword as I
going.
charge.
Mm-hmm.
Fire trailing behind me as I swing it down, and I'm going to make an attack roll. This is a +10.
Okay. Is this a magical weapon?
This is indeed a magic weapon. It's a +1 longsword. And I don't know if this also counts, but I have a Ruby of the War Mage on the sword. I don't know, because
That
that
does
makes
not
it my
count,
spellcasting
That,
focus.
that doesn't count. It just makes you spellcast focus.
That's a 26.
26. You swing down, and the creature seems to get struck by the blade itself, but it seems to dodge uncannily as it takes only half the damage you're going to deal here.
I wonder what ability it used.
I don't know.
Yeah, I wonder. Where's my...
As its body seems to like move almost kind of like fire, and it seems to bend like some strange jello, but the metal and like bits of fat on its body seem to almost rebound your sword a little bit, we'll say, is how it
Okay.
reacts.
Alright.
Wait, here's my D8. 13 slashing damage, magical slashing damage,
13?
reduced to 7, or 6.
6. As you slash into it once, you can see it looks at you with hate in its eyes.
Yeah.
Is that all you got?
I will bonus action cast Shield of Faith on me. So I now have 25 AC.
You cast Shield of Faith on yourself. The fuck? Fuck you. As you do so, the creature looks down upon you. And it's going to attempt a bash against you. I need you to make an athletics check as it tries to use one of its attacks to knock you back 20 feet. This creature does stand about 15 feet tall, by the way.
Okay. I have a +5 to athletics.
Is that an advantage?
18. Probably succeeds.
It slams into you, but you are holding your ground there as it looks towards you, and then it's going to use a tusk attack against you. Then, because it doesn't
Use
get
a
that.
what? I must.
Let's see, that would be okay. 26.
I shield.
Oh.
Okay, as it goes to strike into you. Oh wait, I rolled that with advantage. We'll take 26, but I rolled it with advantage on accident. It strikes into you, but your shield blocks just in time as it goes for it. You see that it lifts you up and throws you, but you manage to stop yourself just in place as well. And that tusk hit, it would have still sent you flying backwards. As it goes for... Well, no, it doesn't, because that is the end of its turn, actually.
Alright.
And that ends its turn, as it seems to be standing there staring at you with anger in its eyes, seemingly unable to phase you.
Perfect. So as I see Blake like rush forward and the boar attack back, I'm gonna rush in after her, and I am going to make 2 unarmed strike attacks against it.
Okay. Go for your strikes. And these are considered magical weapons because they are your hands.
Yeah.
11
You're flanking. Do you get advantage?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
So roll
so it would be an 18
Yep, that hits.
or 17. It's not 18. I don't know why I said 18.
Mhm.
Okay. And a dirty 20.
Yeah, they both hit.
All right. Perfect. And I'm also gonna. Do you want me to? I'm gonna use a key point for flurry of blows. Do you want me to roll damage and then roll for flurry of blows? Or do you want me to roll it all together?
Roll the flurry of blows and then roll all together.
All right.
Or-
Flurry of blows.
or
28,
Yeah, that's a critical hit.
25.
That's a critical hit.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you want me to roll all the damage together, or?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's 40.
Don't roll all the damage together because your critical hits have to fucking be rolled.
Oh, yeah.
separately. Dumbass.
Okay.
Freddy Fazbear would hate you.
All right, that's 15 damage for the non-crit, and this is for the crit.
Well, I mean, you hit, like, you did 4 attacks. What do you mean 15 damage for the non-crit?
These are 2 of the attacks. The 2d6 plus 10.
Yeah.
It would be 2 1d6
You didn't
plus
crit at all with the normal hits. The flurries.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
both the hits.
Only 15?
Yeah.
Man,
They're
you suck,
more-
guys.
What is it's so insulting?
Continue.
Alright, do you want me to roll like I did before, or just the double crit?
Well,
No,
roll
that's
your attacks, and then just double the total, because it's both crits.
22
Yes.
and
22.
22, 44.
44?
Yep, 44
Yeah.
total damage.
As these strikes are coming out, you strike and you see the metal break on parts of its body, as well as the fur seems to push and multiple bruises happen. God be fucking me, I rolled that one. The creature seems to stand there and it stares at you before it falls to the ground unconscious, not dead, because of the bludgeoning damage you dealt to it in one turn. As you see that it has been pacified for the moment. Pyre seems to be unconscious as well, and you can see the creature has made quite a mess of the footprints at the moment. It's going to be harder to find them and continue along with them.
Wait, you get Pyre. Should we kill it?
Yes.
Then kill it first.
Yes, sir. And I'll take my sword. Can I use the pommel to do bludgeoning damage?
Sure.
All right. I'll bring it down and try and like crush its head.
It takes a few good hits because it's still at like 60 HP.
Yeah.
It was just knocked unconscious.
Okay.
Eventually, you do crush its skull, and as you crush it inwards, you see the body slowly simmer, and you see bits of its meat start to cook in its own bodily innards on the inside. I forgot, because it does have an ability here. You guys are only resistant to fire, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
You only made 1 attack. Well, I would say you made 3 attacks at it in technicality. With the killing it in total, it would be 3. So you, Basilius, suffer.
Yeah.
5, 5, and 5 reduced to 2, 2, 2, so 6 points of fire damage.
Okay.
And Iotis, for your 4 hits, you suffer 1 reduced to 1 for the first hit.
Okay.
6 reduced to 3 for the second hit.
Okay.
6 double to 12 reduced to 6 for the crit on the first one.
So just 12?
No, just 6.
6.
And then 3 double to 6 reduced back to 3 on the second crit.
Fucker's crit.
9, 10.
Well, yeah, you critical hit it, so more of its blood sprayed out and that is burning
of
you.
course.
Yeah, so as you were striking it, you didn't notice it at the moment, but you feel your body has a few burns upon it as its blood seems to be boiling its body, its innards, and searing its flesh.
Yes.
I'll say you collect some of its large fireboar flesh, and it is seared pork.
To perfection.
You take out a small
You're right.
thermometer, it's like at 140 already.
Where did you get
Are
a
you alright,
thermometer?
sir?
I'm fine. We should check on Pyre.
Yes. And I'll rush over to Pyre.
Alright, you shake her awake and she... It's already dead. Oh, good.
Are you alright?
A little berserk, but I'm fine, I think. She, like, starts to touch herself on different places.
Ooh.
I'm fine.
Oh.
I'm fine.
Alright, fantastic.
Glad to see you're alright.
Yes. Anyways, did you find any information about the tracks here?
Unfortunately, it looks like the boar ripped apart what little tracks we did have.
Well, we could
It
try
might
to find
take us
them
a while
again.
to get back on track.
We could try to... No, it like, the soot has been moved around. You could try to find the tracks again, investigate the areas, or any clues that may have been left here, but it is going to be a bit more difficult.
Can I divine sense to see if those undead footprints are still around?
Yes, they are. And you can sense a bit of a heavier presence here. This seems to be a more walked thoroughfare for them. And you can sense about several sets of footprints that are buried here. Eventually finding some... You find some footprints. I'd like you to make an investigation check for me.
Alright.
And Fred, I'd like you to make me a survival check.
Oh? You mean Ferd? I suppose I can do that for you.
Yeah.
I'm Ferd.
Cock.
I got an 18.
Okay.
I got a 15.
With a 15, as you like uncover some of these tracks and point to a few more of them, you find a few things on the grounds. Whatever the fuck your name is, Blake. You find a tattered piece of blue cloth. You find a bit of wood from a crate that seems to have been broken. That has written on it. What languages do you speak?
I speak Common, Infernal, Abyssal, Ignan, and Draconic.
Okay. There's a bit of speak that you can't read on it, but the main thing, it seems to be of a crate of a shipping company or trading company of sorts. It's on the top. There's this beautiful ribbon-like banner that goes around the central icon of a circle, kind of on the inside. And it's on the golden ribbon you could see beautiful filigreed handwriting that states the Craywin Trading Company.
The what trading company?
No, it says Craywin. Hold on. Give me 1 second, actually. I'm trying to remember what it's actually fucking called. Let me go up to my notes here, because I have forgotten about it at the moment.
You're such a silly goose.
Shut the fuck up. No one cares about this shit.
Oh.
You're just like my family.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking damn.
Dorathlor. Pearl Shore, no. Let's see here. It would be... It's not Craywin, I don't believe. No, we don't need that. No, that's not it either. Where the fuck is it? Hold on, I'm sorry. I'm trying to find it here.
It's okay.
The fuck is it? Lore Master.
Yeah.
You're gonna get this information anyways because your character would know it. What is the trading company within Darath that helps other storefronts and whatnot get materials for cheaper? It's like the something trading company or something. It's not the Merchants Guild of Darath, it's something else.
Is it that thing that Barnabas is part of, like the founder?
No, I think he might be, but it's not. It's not Barnabas' bounty. It should be in these notes. Give me 1 second to look at it. The headquarters is in Martell, so that's why I was trying to figure out what the fuck it was.
No, I mean, hold on.
I think I know what you're talking about, but I can't.
The Craywing Alliance?
Is it Craywing Alliance? I don't think it's Craywing.
No.
Let's see.
I have in my note, my
What
feeling
is
notes
the
that
Craywing Alliance? Oh no, it is the Craywing Merchant Alliance. You're right. It says the Craywing Merchant Alliance, and then you see like a a picture of a wing or something. I don't fucking know what his fucking symbol would be. But you see that this is a piece to a box of the Cray-Wing Merchant Lions, which is what your character would know. Make a history check, actually, because you are from these lands specifically.
Yeah. Not really good at intelligence. 13.
Careful.
You know, these have been brought in a few times to your family house as well as to Emberwick, but you're not sure exactly where they're from. They say something about Durath every time they're brought in, but you don't know what that is. Never asked, really. Maybe your brother might know, but who knows. You find a piece of wood of that, and you find a broken blade that is rusted, buried in the ground.
I'll take the rusted blade, I guess.
There are signs of melted metal melting of the metal on the sides, as if it was being used and against a creature of fire of some sort, because it's not magical.
Do I recognize the steel?
This is definitely mortal iron, so not from here. This is definitely from the common plane, as we call it.
Yeah.
The loser plane, more like.
More reason. This steel is common plane material. More reason to believe that outside forces of making use of our lovely forest.
Meanwhile,
Yeah.
Ferd, as you okay, cool, you find some tracks that lead forward.
Over here. I think I found the way forward.
Okay,
Ferd,
fantastic. Great job.
Make me an investigation check, if you don't mind, on the tracks, as your sister or your hiree says, great job.
I'm always so supportive, and you don't know why.
Yeah, I'm like, wow, this bodyguard I hired is really into me. It's kind of creepy. What'd you get?
What'd you get?
Oh, I make it?
No, Eotis.
Yes. Oh, I am?
Yeah, dumbass. I said Eotis.
Oh.
I said Ferd.
Oops. Investigation, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Why'd you change your nickname back?
What do you mean?
Huh?
Who?
They got a 7.
I got a 7.
Never mind. So, as you all gather and continue along your way, following these small sets of tracks, you eventually get to a large bit of brimstone that creates a large mountainous range near the edge of the King's... Well, not near the edge of the Kingsland, but near the a small mountainous cragged-like rock of brimstone and fires that seem to burn all across it, ash falling from it, volcanic in nature. As you look up upon it, you see... Actually, what are your passive perceptions?
17.
17.
Mine is 16.
You both see and notice the tracks, the grooves in the ground seem to go up towards the cragstone, and there seems to be like a rough patch, a rough path that seems to be where they head up to. And you can see just from this area, like, a relatively freshly leveled area of the stone, and you could see a small encampment upwards. Barely noticeable to your eyes, but you could tell that it's worked stone, not normal stone up a bit.
It's like we found our commoners.
Be careful. There might be dangers ahead. We might have to fight people. Are you okay with this?
Pyre?
Oh, I thought you were talking to Ferd. My bad.
Oh, no.
I would avoid fighting if we can. Maybe we take a stealthier approach first and try to determine what's happening?
No, that's not a bad idea.
I can
How do
try,
you-
but I push my arms up a loud creaking noise. I wear plate mail.
Oh,
I'm not the
oh,
stealthiest.
I can do something about this. I think it was. And she starts speaking Infernal, which you guys both know, right?
Yeah.
You hear, blessings of the King and Iron upon us. Wielder of iron and steel, clinking and loud as it may be, let it be silenced. For our enemies do not know we are here. And she's going to cast silence on you. So your armor no longer makes noise.
And I don't make noise.
I look over at her and I start. You see me start
She
like.
knows she would have
making
cast silence.
mouth
She would have
movements
cast
at her.
silence. No, she
Oh.
would. She would actually. Sorry.
I look over at her and start making mouth movements, realizing that nothing comes out. I give her a thumbs up.
I try to say something, but you hear nothing.
I give Blake a thumbs up.
I give a thumbs up back.
I give double thumbs up.
You know you can still talk to me, right? Sorry, no. I think we can. You and I can still talk, sir, Ferd, sir.
What? Oh, you're right.
Yes, I only cast it on her. It's a difference. It's a small. It's a different version of the silence spell. It's meant to be specifically on a target. It directly affects them, and it can be used to target multiple people if you cast it at a higher rank.
I see. Well done. This is a perfect spell for our situation.
Yes. Unfortunately, she cannot talk to us though.
Thumbs ups are all she needs. Thumbs down if you see
You can
something.
also still hear them speaking.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I'll loom silently as my dread helm makes my eyes glow red.
Alright, let's get going then. Now I'd like you guys to roll stealth check for me. Let's see, Pyre's stealth would be. Pyre has more of a presence than she does stealth. Shit.
Stealth is one of my best fucking things because I get advantage because of the boots of all kind.
And it doesn't matter because you rolled a nat 20.
Perfect. 'Cause
Awesome.
I did not roll great.
I rolled an 18.
You rolled higher than me.
I did? How?
Yeah.
Okay. It's
Oh,
two...
you got a 17. That's not bad.
Yeah, you all succeed. The DC was 15. So, as you manage to stealth your way up these beautiful cragged brimstone areas, you find your way up to the edge of this worked stone and into a small fortified campsite. You see in the center is a large tower of iron, brimstone, and wood, as well as foreign stone and metal. You see around the campsite, the smooth stoned walls are meant to camouflage the campsite as much as it can. You can see small lines that seem to, of thread and cord that seem to run towards the central tower that are hanging different pieces from them, banners. You also see small towers of iron and stone that seem to have like clawed hands that reach up and hold onto blue orbs inside the campsite. As you enter into this camp, the like hundreds of degrees it is outside in the plane of fire immediately go to a nice temperate 67, 68 degrees.
So
It is
cold.
a very large shift, and I need all of you to roll con saves.
Yep. Fuck!
I
Getting
have a
attacked by a
question.
moth.
I don't know if this matters, but I'm a draconic sorcerer, and I chose white dragon, which means I have cold resistance.
You're fine then.
Okay.
I
As
got
long as I spend a
11.
sorcerer point, which I will do.
Okay.
Right.
What about you, Fur?
I got an 11.
You and Pyre start to like shiver a bit. You both gain a point of exhaustion
Oh,
as the temperature change is so direct. As you see, approaching some of these towers and messing with them are a few mages that seem to be wearing cloaks, and you guys slink into the shadow as there's a few buildings here, like a good number of buildings and tents and small fire pits and whatnot. And you can see cooking on one of these fire pits is a creature. You could also see the buildings themselves have they do have windows, but they are all blackened glass. You get the feeling these are not denizens of the fire plane. And because there is no night, well, there is night, but there's no darkness in the fire plane. These denizens have taken their liberty to create a nighttime shade for themselves. You can see soldiers and warriors, as well as mages walking around, and even some commoners. As you see the banners that flap in the very small bit of wind and smoke within this fire plane, this fire realm, I should say. A familiar banner to both of you. One that you've seen many times on the people that have come through. And actually, I'd like both of you to make a history check, because even though you've seen this banner before, you're unsure. Ferd, have you traveled off of the fire plane or no?
I would say no.
Okay.
I probably will in the future. Like, Ferd would in the future to search for a sister, but for right now, no.
And you guys are really well... You guys are nobles, so you're trained in history, I assume?
Yeah,
Well-
I get disadvantaged because I got a plane of exhaustion. Is that right?
Yes.
I was pushed out of our noble house at a younger age. I don't know if I'm well as versed history.
Okay,
That's why I
then
don't have proficiency.
Both of you just roll history.
I rolled a
Yeah.
4.
Okay.
I rolled a 12.
And I'll have Pyre roll with disadvantage. She would have had advantage, but then she has disadvantage. So I just dropped the dice. I'll roll. She rolled average. So what'd you roll, Lucilius?
A 12.
12. Same with Pyre. As you both look at this, it takes you a bit of time, but you both do recognize the Castern cactus within the sunrise and the blue banner of Durath. The Empire of Durath.
Walk in the freezing.
I write Dorath in the soot under us because I can't speak.
Wrath.
Yes,
Wrath.
Durath, yes. Sorry, it's cold. And you see her body suddenly, the flames seem to grow a bit more. She tries to cool herself down. Well, heat herself up, sorry.
Can I also cast Produce Flame to try and heat myself up?
Doing so may cause your stealth to be given up.
Oh, so Pyre can do it, but I can't. I
She
see how
is
it is.
made of fire.
I got
Is
fire
she?
on me. But alright. No, I wouldn't do it then. Take disadvantage.
Alright. Durath, they're from the common plane. They're not supposed to be here. They send materials sometimes when we request them. Why are they here? Why is there an outpost here? And you can see this is a military outpost. You can all see. And you guys watch as riding in on a flame bounder. At the moment, a cloaked figure passes by you at an alley. I'd like you both to make perception checks.
Okay. 23.
9.
9. You guys see, well, you don't notice it, Ferd, but you do, Blake. A familiar looking individual. Someone you saw recently talking with nobility, Pyre's mother, specifically, recently, in Emberwick, as well as who you recall was asking about other noblehoods and their allegiance to the King in Iron recently within the lands of the King's realm. You see a human man with blonde hair and this beautiful facial hair coming out of his face, this wiry mustache, and these beautiful emerald eyes. He comes running in, and you see two of these large soldiers with blue capes and surcoats and half-plate armor with iron masks across their face, standing about 10 feet tall with large piked spears, come walking up to him. You see him shiver as he stands next to them for a bit, and he just shakes it off. And you begin to hear Blake,
Like,
as you listen in around the corner. I've got the information requested. All right. How much longer is this going to take? I'm not very good at spy crafting. Okay. Listen, I think I may have been found out very early, but no, I wasn't. Apparently, I may be found out soon. Though I need to get out of here. They will burn me to a crisp if I go back out there. And you see, they begin to pull him towards the central tower.
God, not a name. Okay.
The creatures do not talk. The guards.
Yeah.
I will say, never mind.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I feel I'm
Could I... Okay, I have 4 instances of this. Can I divine sense? Are those guards
creatures
undead?
are the undead creatures you seem to be sensing. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
They are fully
Oh.
regaled in the warriors' outfits of Durath, it would seem. They have surcoats with it on. And as people walk by them, they salute them as if they don't know they're undead.
Yeah, okay.
You can see about 10 of them around the base, besides these 2.
Okay.
Most of them are doing circling patterns around the central tower.
Okay. And you described that I could hear them by being around a corner. Am I no longer next to my companions?
You moved a little bit away, but not too far.
All right. I'll scurry. Not scurry. I'll come back over, right in sand or the soot.
Yeah.
Familiar figure. Talked with mother.
Instead of dirt, it would be ash specifically and some soot. But yeah, continue.
Yeah, ash and soot. I'll write in the soot. Familiar figure. Just talked with your mother. I'll draw an arrow point to Pyre, so it's it's you.
Okay.
And doesn't want to be outside, burned to a crisp. One of ours? ? Or outsider.
Few people have spoken to my mother recently. Can you give me a description?
Blonde, wired mustache, emerald eyes.
Mustache.
Oh, do you mean Sir Asterion?
Didn't get name, but maybe.
You can just shrug.
Yeah, I'll shrug.
Well, if he's here, what is he doing in Emberwick then?
Said something about getting information they needed, wants to get out of here, doesn't want consequence.
Wow, you know some big words for a commoner. No offense.
It's not nice, Ferd. Apologize.
Well, no, it's...
She
you're
begins
right.
to pout. She begins to pout.
You're right, Pyre. I apologize, Blake.
I pat you on the head.
Stop doing that. It reminds me of what my big sister used to do. Whatever. It's probably just coincidence.
I don't think we should leave just yet. I think we should try to figure out what their plans are. Yes.
I nod my head.
Okay.
Agreed.
I don't think we could take this entire place on ourselves, so we should definitely think about this. I'd like you guys all to roll another stealth check really quickly.
Alright.
Oh boy.
I will say at this point you've gotten used to the temperature, so you're no longer exhausted because of it.
Oh, thank God. I really did not want to roll.
And I will give you advantage because you are already stealthed at the moment. If you don't have
Okay.
Yeah.
I already have advantage, so.
17 for me.
16. How do you keep rolling one above me?
Pyre rolled a 16 too. So, as you're both stealthing, a few people pass by you, but they don't seem to notice you at the moment. Well, do you see where they brought him? At this point, the silence is ending.
Keep quiet.
I'll cast. Wait, shit. I point towards a little stuffily towards the thing.
Your plate shrinks as you point.
Shit.
I I can only cast that a few times. I can cast it again, but it won't last long.
Just try to make
Can
no
you do so
sound noise.
stealthily or no?
Yes, I can.
We just need to get into the tower.
Okay.
Or the building.
Okay, the main tower. Got it. And you see her,
Yes.
like, get ready to cast the spell, and she doesn't say anything. She's going to cast a subtle spell.
Oh.
And
She
she's going
sounds
to
still?
place her hand on your forehead, and you watch as you don't make any more noise again. But she's casting it at a higher level, so she's going to also affect you and herself, Eonis. So you both get advantage besides you, Basilius.
Okay.
You just no longer
Name
have
is
disadvantage.
Alright. I make a gesture to follow me as we try to sneak around to the tower.
She nods her head. So, as you guys begin to try and sneak to the tower has no buildings around it. It is wide open, so this is going to be a harder check to make. So I would like you all to make stealth checks. Yes?
I have an idea, but I don't know if I should do it. But I can't tell you because I'm still technically silent, so I can't tell you.
What do you want to do?
Unless I tell you out of character. I could summon the fire elemental for a distraction on the other side as we sneak behind.
You could, like, write that in the dirt, or in the ash, yeah.
Alright. I write down have firestone. Should use?
Pyre looks towards you, Blake, and then she nods her head, but Blake, she looks to you as well.
Oh, right. Distraction, question mark?
I nod my head.
I give you a thumbs up, and I mimic a throw.
Not my strength's not bad. I could probably do it. I would like to take my stone and throw it into the middle of the camp, opposite side of us.
Alright, as you... It is a large camp, so I'd like an athletics check here.
Got it?
Or acrobatics in technicality, because you are a monk.
Oh, that's so fat. I was scared, but acrobatics I can do. Nat 20.
You take the stone and throw it, and it skips off the ash, bounces off a few buildings, through a few gutters. You don't know why they have gutters, there's no rain here.
Very odd.
It goes around, loop-de-loops through a few pieces of metal that are existent here, bounces off one of the crystals, and then lands right at the feet of one of these, like on the opposite side of the tower from you. Like, you can't even see the area it landed. But it lands on at the feet of one of these, like, large undead guards. He just looks down, touches it as it explodes outwards as you all hear a and you see summoned this 80-foot tall fire elemental, because it's being summoned in its area, and starts to go to war as you watch as all the guards that were in the tower, well, a lot of them that were in the tower, seem to come out to the small balconies that exist and start to grab their items and jump off the balcony, or like any of the other like warrior guards that are here start to come too. It seems everyone's alerted to the large fire elemental. You guys have this moment to try and make it to the tower, would you?
Go.
Yeah.
DC is reduced because of that heavily. So everyone make a stealth check.
Do we have
Or
advantage because we're
performance,
silent?
your choice. You would have a normal roll because you would usually have disadvantage with plate. But yeah.
So
Performance or stealth, your choice. She's gonna go performance on her part.
Alright, I chose stealth because.
what would performance be in this situation? Like, we're acting like we're running towards the threat?
You are trying to act as calm. Actually, no performance. I'll say stealth check. So it would be just perform, just stealth. That would be okay.
All right.
Basilius.
I rolled
I rolled a 13.
Eonis.
a 24.
Okay. So, as you guys make it to the tower, you throw the front doors open. Well, you get to the sides of the door and you watch as they open, and a few guards come running out, pulling out their crossbows. You hear, "Large fire elemental raid! Go get him!" And you see, like, walking out is this human man with this beautiful silvered armor and this blue cape to his side that seems to have the symbol of Darath, as he begins to pull out a platinum sword, and he walks past you, not even noticing you at the moment, as he looks towards, like, he starts to walk and then turns to the right and looks at this creature. Looks like I'll have to take care of this. Pulls out his beautiful sword and whispers a word into it in Contia. Go ahead.
I think to the fire elemental, lure them away.
Okay. As he whispers into the sword, you watch as it freezes over with ice as he slashes in the air as he starts to run forward, and you watch as in the middle of the air portals open as icicles start flying at it. It starts to rush towards the wall, and it's getting hit. It won't last long. You get the feeling the creature will either die or be spared and let to run away after, and you'll probably have a minute or two more.
All right, I gesture towards everyone to go inside the tower.
Okay. As you all enter into the tower, you see at the base is this beautiful guards barrack area where there are weapons that have been taken from the sides of the room. There are a few weapons still stationed here, a few guards that are just like playing cards. They don't seem to notice you because they're like a bit away. The tower is about 500 feet wide. It's circular in most cases, but it is kind of like, it's a rough circle. You can see a staircase that heads upwards of steel, and you can see one of those orbs that seems to be floating in the center of the room, well, held in the center of the room as a pillar. On the opposite side of that pillar is where the people are playing cards. You can see like a silvered or platinum weapon, just a spear that seems to be upon the racks here, and that's really all you can make out with your passive perceptions.
All right. And my last order to the fire elemental, I'm going to order it to attempt to escape, if possible, and come back in 10 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, sure. So, as you guys enter into this room and see all this around you, what are you doing?
I'll use my cantrip, whisper, head upstairs.
What do you mean, cantrip whisper?
Yeah, wait, what?
No, I meant message. My bad.
Message requires vocal. You are silent.
Oh, are we still silent? Okay, I thought the silence would last until we got into the okay.
No.
Yeah, that's why I've only been gesturing and thinking to the fire elemental.
All right. I'll point up in a questioning manner, like up, go up.
I give Blake a thumbs up.
Pyre nods, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So yeah.
As you all head up, you get to the next. You get to pass through a few rooms of the tower. There's nothing really that seems to get to you. You see a few guards' rooms, like the actual barracks here, rather than just like the not the living space, but the like fun space of the tower. The next one would be like this beautiful laboratory where you can see some individuals are experimenting on flame elementals at the moment, or you come into this third room, which is about, I'd say, 100 feet up the tower at this point. And you can see it is dark, and you can see cages with more individuals that are similar to Pyre, these primal creatures of fire that are seemingly there. And you can see on one of the tables, this iron and silver table with runes all across it. The creature seems to be unable to move as it is currently being dissected, while it is definitely conscious by a few humans who are seemingly talking, and you can hear, "Interesting, the skeletal structure acts as a support mechanism and brings forth its flames, similar to the elemental gems that we used back on Dorath. Isn't that correct? It has a bit of a difference, Marquier, okay? Listen, we can't just believe these are magical gemstones. These are their skeletal structure, and the elemental would be, well, I'd say the primal would be screaming, but there seems to be some sort of barrier preventing it. And you can see that they are focused on dissecting this living creature.
Yeah.
And they are not worried about how much pain or whatnot that it's in. There seems to be 3 scientists and about 3 guards in the room who are like looking around worriedly. I would say, because you're the one with the plate mail on.
Yeah.
Even though you're silenced, I would, because there is a little bit of light in here that would reflect off your plate mail, I would like you to make me a stealth check, please.
These guys are
15.
dead.
15.
I'm gonna
Go ahead.
I was just gonna turn to Pyre and Ferd and put like a finger slip across my throat and point towards them, like kill.
As you do
I give her a
that,
thumbs up.
you hear the guards shift, and one of them goes, "Who are they?" And they begin to pull their weapons. The scientists look over too. I need both of you to roll initiative.
You said they are in plate mail, correct?
These
Like
ones
half
would
plate.
be these ones would be in like half plate, and these guys are wearing cloaks similar to the other ones, but they have no faceplate mail on, so like you can see their faces. These are normal humans.
All right,
Ooh,
I got another
19.
nat 20.
There's 3
Jesus.
guards here, and there's 2 scientists that are like, huh.
I'm rolling scarily well today.
The guards rolled a nat 20. Uh-oh.
Oh no, I have a +5.
You have a +5, they have a +2. So let me just get initiative tracker here. Initiative.
At least they don't get their double actions because
No,
they
they
always
do.
beat them.
They do.
They do?
Because it
But so
goes
do I?
natty 20, natty 20. That's how it works. You get yours too.
Yeah, but-
You go first.
Yeah, when Grub did their thing,
Grub did not have a natural 20 above him. The first person in initiative needs to be a natural 20 for any natural 20s directly after them to work.
oh, okay.
Yeah. The
Okay.
creature did not roll a nat 20. It had that high of a modifier.
Damn.
So that was a 25 natty, right?
Yep.
And then we have guards. That's 22 natty.
I've rolled 3 nat 20s already.
What did you roll, Basilis?
A 19.
19. Okay, so you go before Pyre even. Damn, okay. Actually, no.
Yeah,
What's your bonus?
+2.
Okay, you go after Pyre, sorry.
Oh. Wait, what did
Even
Pyre
when you
roll?
roll high.
Rolled a 19, but she has a +3.
Oh, impressive.
So, Ferd, as the guards start to shout out, what is your first action? As Pyre is dropping the science spell immediately.
How far away from me are they? No more than like 10 feet, right?
No, there's one about 10 feet from you who is the one that turned back and noticed you all. The other 2 guards are split across the room, but they'd be about 80 feet from you, I would say.
Okay. Well,
And
never mind on that planet.
well, the scientists or the doctors, we could call them, are about 250 feet from you.
Oh.
Jesus.
The tower
I
has a
forgot how
500,
big this tower is.
500
Yeah.
foot, 500 foot radius.
Uh,
Not radius, diameter, sorry.
I could use Step of the Wind to get one of them, but it would get rid of my Flurry of Blows. I could cast Burning Hands on them.
I can get to the scientist.
You can get to the scientist? How fast are you?
I have Dimension Door.
Oh yeah, okay. Forgot some of your sorcerer. All right, well then, yeah, the guard in front of me, only like 10 feet away. I would like to raise my hand and cast Burning Hands.
Okay. Dex
Fuck
save?
yeah.
So yep, Dex saving throw.
Natural 20.
Are you fucking kidding me?
It was a different dice, too.
Oh my god! So no damage.
Yep.
All right. Well,
So as you
because
cast
the-
this spell, you see him pull up like a shield, and you see this aura of just freezing energy radiates back towards you, and it's these 2 cones of fire and ice that just freeze and burn each other and just turn to nothing.
God damn, that is impressive. I have one more attack. Wait, does that cast it? That okay? Yeah, I'm just gonna move forward and cast Flurry of Blows, and I would like to.
Unfortunately, Flurry of Blows requires you to land an attack from your attack action.
Does it?
It does.
Flurry of
Wait,
Blows.
are you
Immediately after I
using
take
this
the
from
attack. Yeah, it does. It does. All
Are
right.
you
Well,
using this from our racial feature, Reach to the Blaze?
yeah.
That is an
That doesn't
action.
require an Is it? It doesn't specify. it
Anything that
requires an
casts a spell
Yeah.
requires the actions of the spell to cast.
Okay.
Yes.
Son of a gosh
Unless
darn
it
thing.
specifies as a bonus action you could cast the spell or something. Burning action is
Okay.
cast as an action.
Well, then the fuckers rolled. Okay. Well, I still have another action though, right? Because I
Yes,
have.
you do.
Okay. Okay. Then I am just going to run up to him after seeing the flame had no effect, and I'm gonna make 2 unarmed strikes against him, and then I'm gonna cast Flurry of Blows for another 2, and I'm gonna go off that.
Okay, go ahead and make your attacks, please. Out of character, with his armor, he has an 18 AC.
That
He's
is
wearing
impressive.
half plate and he has a shield.
25.
25.
Nice.
You punch him straight in the face as you go for a second strike.
26.
Right in the jaw again, like you are juggling him. 1 in the jaw, 2nd in the jaw. 3rd attack, as your Flurry of Blows goes out.
15.
15.
Yep.
As you go for the third strike, you see he pulls his shield just in time to deflect your blow off to the side. As your fist goes to the side, you bring your elbow back directly towards his jaw. Go ahead.
14.
And this time, as it hits the shield, you feel your bone crack, but you're like, ah! And you pull yourself back as he lands back on his feet. Go ahead and roll damage.
Alright. That'll be a total of 18 damage.
He lands on the ground and blood is pouring out of his mouth, but he like spits it to the side. He's still alive.
All right, and I would like for him to, because I'm gonna use my my open hand technique, and he needs to make a dex saving throw.
Hold on. Is what?
It's a special. I am away of the open hand.
Give me a second. I need to see. Way of the open hand, and this is a level what ability?
It says a special ability.
Wholeness of body?
No, it's called. Oh yeah. Wait, no.
Open hand technique is 3rd level.
3rd level. Sorry, I can't find it for the fucking life of me.
Whenever you hit a creature with one of the attacks granted by a flurry of blows, you can impose one of the following effects on the target. Must succeed a dex save or be knocked prone. Must succeed a strength saving throw. If it fails, you can push it up to 15 feet away. It can't take a reaction, so you get to choose one. What do you want?
I just realized that technically both of my flurry of blows attacks missed, so I wouldn't be able to use that.
Yeah.
So instead, I'm just going to use this a stunning strike. When I hit with a melee weapon attack, I can spend 1 key point to make the target stunned until the end of the next turn.
You don't have stunning strike, do you?
Yeah, I do.
That's not way of the open hand, is it? Or is that just base monk?
It is. It's base monk.
Give me one sec. Because I know there was a subclass made like that too. Give me one.
Stunning strike is 5th level.
Stunning strike is 5th level? Really?
Yeah.
What the fuck, D&D?
Yeah.
Are you keeping track of your key points, by the way?
Yes, I am. If I use this, I'd have 7.
You should have used it after each hit, because then if you got stunned, you would have had advantage on your attack rolls, by the way. But because you didn't, I'm not going to let you go back on that.
Okay, that's fair.
First one he gets stunned on. So, like, he gets stunned by the attack, but lands on the ground. He's like, ugh, like, he's starting to teeter from side to side.
Okay. And I'm only going to use 1 stunning strike point on.
Okay. Does that end your turn?
Yes. Yes, it does.
Okay, stunned. Just roll that second attack again. Just roll another attack just to see if you would have gotten that 20 on your second attack.
Alright. No, I would have gotten 11.
So yeah, you're fine. But yeah, as that one guard falls and he's like... he seems to be unable to do anything at the moment, as the other two seem to pull out their weapons, and they have their weapons out, but they realize they're too far away as they move up. One of them is going to move up 60 feet by, like, dashing, pulling out his weapons, getting closer, as another one's going to pull out a platinum rifle. As he does so, it's this beautiful platinum long-barreled rifle. He gets down onto his knee and points it at you. As you see, he takes a... He's going to take... Seeing as you're a fucking genasi that is obviously fire, he is going to take a small blue gem out and place it into its center, where a normal, like, barrel would be, is just a hole in the gun, and you can see it floats in the center there as it sends magic off of it. As he holds it up, you see runes begin to glow with this blue upon the rifle's barrel as he aims at you with it. And this is a heavy rifle. This is like an anti-material or elephant hunting rifle as he points it at you. Okay, and because there is...
What did he roll? I'm scared.
So he shouldn't have had advantage, but the first one to stop rolling was the red one, which is a natural 20. So, I'm taking it. It was the first one I looked at. Anyways, so, as he takes his gun and points, you see, just between the crosshairs of his lens, you see his eye look at you with a... should have thought about it, punk. You see, like, he's thinking one-liners in his mind. As he goes, yeah, he's thinking one-liners in his mind, and he pulls the trigger as you watch the entire gun glows as it shoots this beam of magical energy that strikes straight through your chest as you feel this cold sensation pierce through you. This is gonna be a lot of damage, man. I'm not gonna.
Yeah,
lie.
it is.
So
I-
then,
Can you
still have my
deflect missile?
because
Yeah, I do.
unless,
It's a reaction, but it's
unfortunately,
kinda
it is
late.
not a missile because it is energy.
Is it a range? It's a ranged weapon attack. It doesn't
It is.
matter.
Yeah,
It doesn't.
it-
No. So here's the thing. It has to have sustenance. If it is a bit of energy, you cannot take literal energy out of the air, like magic out of the air, and throw it back at someone. It is
No,
considered.
but
It is
that's
considered.
not.
A,
I would.
It is considered a spell attack for that, because it can be counterspelled.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait, it can?
Yeah,
I counterspell.
you have counterspell. What level are you
Yeah.
casting it at?
I can't. I don't want to risk it. I'll cast it at 4th.
You watch as the gun just powers down for a second as he.
Yeah, I would like to cock my eyebrow at him, like, really?
He's gonna action surge and reload it and fire again. What's your AC?
I have an AC of 20.
I just want to roll to see how much damage this would have dealt to you. If you don't
Yeah,
mind.
yeah, I kind of want to see too, because from the way you were like describing it, I would have had a hole in my heart.
Yeah, it does more. It adds dice, depending. Like it gives the weapon charges, and he was using all the charges against you because you guys just ran in, and he saw you cast fire at somebody and nearly kill his friend in like 2 hits. So he's gonna use all charges on one of you to bring you down thin.
Yeah,
numbers.
and that's funny.
That would have been 6d12 then, plus an additional 2d12 for the criticals. So that would have been 8d12.
Thank God you said it was a spell.
And
Yeah.
then it would have been doubled, so you would have taken 84 points of cold damage.
I would have survived it, but not by much.
Mm-hmm. It would have been like a huge hole in your chest, yeah. So as the spell fades, what's your AC, sorry?
20.
Okay, that would be... It'd be intelligence based, so that's 8... 14. So unfortunately, as he takes the gun and you see the crystal just like has no more power in it. He goes, ah! He puts another one in, but he shoots it very fast to try and just get a shot off at you, and it just goes haywire and hits the wall. And he takes that out and puts a 3rd gem in, but end of his turn.
As I see the bullet miss, like I follow the bullet trajectory as it misses me, and then I turn back to him and just shake my head and click my tongue.
I will say, like, in that moment where, like, in the moment, the entire room glowed when that natural 20 came out, and you saw the bullet coming towards you, and you swear, like, it got, like, right up to your eye, like, it was about to go, like, straight, like, no, sorry, it got right up to your chest, and you felt the cold energy coming towards you, and you, like, oh, I'm gonna die, and it just faded away.
You didn't see it.
Yeah.
But I have a furious expression on my face. Sisterly instincts
Anyways,
kicked in.
the 3rd guard is running towards you, and then the other one is like, yes, you fuck. Anyways, Pyre is going to look at this, and you see her flames grow as she points her hand forward, and she's going to cast a 4th level Scorching Ray.
Fuck yeah.
So there's going to be...
My wife is awesome.
I fucking love Pyre.
There's going to be 4 of them. 2 of them are at the stunned one, 2 of them are at the one charging towards. So that is...
Wait, this is 4th level?
Sorry, no, not. There's 3, and then there is 2 more, so 5, right?
Yeah.
Okay. First one is an 18, and because of an 18 on the dice, which makes it a critical hit on the stunned individual. An 11, which brings it up to 18 in total, which hits barely on the stunned individual. On the individual coming towards you guys, that would be 20. That hits. And a critical hit. And then on the 5th one would be on the one running towards you. That's a natural 20.
Dude,
fuck
the
yeah.
fire is insane.
Yeah, so
That
that
is awesome.
2d6 on the first one. Let's see. Okay, and then 2d6 on the other one. Okay. So that is 13 in total.
Not that
And then we got the critical hits now.
Yeah.
We'll roll 3 2d6. That would be
Holy shit.
total of 60.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Max damage
So-
and then 1 off max.
You watch as she releases this bolts of these rays of fire forth, and just like you see, like her fingers fall off with these five rays, and then they come back. But you see, as these fingers fall off and hit the ground, they shatter, and these rays come off as they strike into the individuals. You watch as they just take it and then burst into flames and turn to ash immediately as their armor melts and hits the ground beneath them. As the last one,
proud.
250 away, is like, shit. He's pulling out a crystal. It drops to the ground. He like tries to pick it up. He drops the gun. He's like, he just watched two of his friends get like just fucking immolated.
Is he
250
frightened?
feet away?
Yeah, he's 250 feet away.
All right, perfect. Is it my turn?
At this point,
Do
it
what
would
you
be
do
your
best.
turn. Yes.
I'm going to quicken spell, so I'll have 6 sorcery points remaining. Dimension door right up to
He's like, he gets it in the gun finally. He points it at your brother. He like looks through the scope. He watches you in the scope. You just like it's not even steady, and then you like disappear. He's like, huh? And then like he goes, huh? And we pull out from his vision, and you just like appear behind him. Sword already drawn.
I'm 6'8".
Yeah,
with
she is a
entirely
behemoth.
black on gold armor, and I have the dread helm, so my eyes are just glowing orange.
Ferd, you hear aloud in the chamber. She's right behind me, isn't she?
I give him a thumbs up.
I'll give you
better
advantage
shit
on this.
himself.
I'll give you advantage on this saving throw.
Fuck yeah!
I mean, on this attack roll, because you just appear behind him and strike down.
Red Helm
absolutely
already going.
smiting.
Dude is gonna be pissing himself if she doesn't hit him.
Yeah. And remember, with a dread helm, you have intimidation advantage.
Yeah. That's why I took it. Well, the actual reason why I
May-
took it is because the art I generated was
Maybe
so
we-
fucking gas.
Maybe we
That's
shouldn't kill him,
28.
but keep him alive for intimidation.
28, that's a
I don't
critical
think-
hit.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, okay. Yeah, he's not. He's
Yeah.
not. Never mind.
I don't think he's gonna live. I'm smiting this bitch.
We have some scientists we can intimidate.
I will expend 1, 2, 3. 3 first level.
Okay.
So I'm going to listing.
Don't expend too much. We still have.
I can use font of magic to restore my.
Okay.
I won't be getting the 4th back because that requires 6, and that would be all of them. I would rather get all my first levels back.
I am so happy that hit earlier did not hit me, because I would have to expend so much to try and get myself back up to even like manageable.
Yeah, these
HP.
are deadly weapons, man, that the Empire made.
So-
They made them to counteract the firearms the Hydra Alliance was using.
Yeah,
And they use
That's-
primal magic, specifically.
that's 10 double to 20 magical slashing, and then I'm rolling my smites. 3, 6, 4, 3, 6, 4, 13, double to 26. 26 radiant damage and 26 magical slashing damage.
Is there any way you want to flavor how you kill him, or do you want me to flavor it?
I absolutely want to flavor it. I see this punk ass bitch fire a Kamehameha sized icy magic shit. I would counterspell it immediately. My rage not subsiding, I immediately teleport right behind him, sword raised, as I immediately slash down and bisect this man head to toe.
Alright, so as you slash down, he vivisects to the sides. Give me 1 second. At Eotis.
Yeah.
About to be hit by this. Anyways, as he vivisects to the sides, his body just like hitting the ground on both sides. You watch the gun hit the ground, and then you watch it shatters. Seemingly
Aw.
out of character. Just for you guys to be aware. These are a rarity, so there is a specific ritual for those who want to use them to implement their own essence into the weapon, and if they are killed, the weapon is destroyed, unless you can somehow repair it. The weapon doesn't shatter. You watch as it like crumples in places, and you watch as the magical runes shatter, specifically, to an extent. So, if you wished to, you can grab this weapon and try to get it fixed later on, but you would need a powerful enchanter.
Oh, I'm absolutely grabbing it, not to get fixed, but to show evidence.
I would like to grab the shield that produced like frost energy to dispel my flame earlier that the guard in front of me used.
Okay. You grab, well, he's immolated, so unfortunately, no, I'm fucking with you. You do grab the shield, and as you do, it is cold, and you feel your arm like freezing for a second. You thrust it down for a second, grab it again. Go ahead and add a shield to your inventory. A shield of colding. I guess. Yeah.
I still have all my movement, baby. So the scientists are just left, right?
Yeah, the scientists are cowering. The shield itself grants you advantage on any saving throw made to any con or dex saving throw made against fire, specifically. We'll say, just because it's not an actual item you were supposed to have, but I'll give it to you.
Alright, I can't really use it because I'm a monk, so I'll give it to Blake.
Well, no, monks can use it. Unarmored defense.
Well, yeah, but
it
gives me disadvantage on a bunch of shit.
No, unarmored defense works with shields.
No, I'm not proficient with a shield, so it gives me disadvantage on like acrobatics, athletics.
Yeah, fuck you. Anyways. So as you kill this individual and walk up to the scientists, they seem to be cowering. Pyre immediately goes up to the table and begins to look at the runes, and you hear, I don't know how to dispel these.
I do. I could dispel magic. Wait, do I? Hold on.
On the table?
Well, hold on. I actually need to see if I prepared it. I don't have it. That's my bad. I had detect magic, and I mistook that. Okay. I'm going to slowly turn my head towards one of these scientists, flare my eyes, release.
Roll an intimidation check.
Yeah, with advantage, baby, because that's my dreadhound. I have a +9 to intimidation.
Jesus Christ. Your intimidation is my stealth.
I rolled an 11 and 18, which makes it a 27.
You see him go. The specimen will die if we release it, though.
Yeah, it was literally like cut open. I don't know if you guys want to.
That's true. Pyre, releasing her would kill her.
But if
well, then you better start
experimented on faster and more. And as you say that, Eotis, Ferd. Understood. Jeremy, Rainer, get the tools. And you can see, like, there are, like, rib cages of this glass and, like, beating organs of, like, reddish fiery color that are seemingly on the table in different areas. And this female primal of flame is being kept alive by the magics of the table out of character. If you forced him to release her, she would have died almost immediately.
Yeah, I can see that happening.
As they begin their surgery.
It's
going to take a while.
I should probably warn you. The only way you are coming out of this alive is if she does too.
I understand that. You don't need to say that again.
God, it's a way to be mean.
Anyways, this will take some time. We'll fix her. At this point, you guys hear the commotion outside has stopped.
Pyre, stay guard.
Can I still feel the mental link to my fire elemental?
Yes.
Okay.
Pyre, you stand guard. We can search the upper floors.
I'll stay here. Yes, yes.
Make sure these scumbags don't try anything untoward. And I turn to them. She immolated your allies. Best not to try anything.
She stands there and, like, puffs her chest a little bit. They're intimidated by her. However, you get the feeling that looking at her, she's putting on a farce. Out of character, she's almost out of spell slots.
Oh. That's fine.
Yeah, they don't need to know that.
Yeah, they don't need to know that. They're terrified.
She's used her fourth, her third, her first. She has a second level spell left.
That's fine.
I am out of every spell at my exposure except for Produce Flame.
As you both make your way up the stairs, eventually reaching the top of the tower. You're passing by a few rooms and whatnot that aren't important, but you see, well, you get to the second area of the top of the tower, and you see the blonde individual, Asterion, who seems to have like a few, who seems to be walking down from the top layer of the stairs. He's going, alright, I'll need to grab those from my room, bring them back up, and explain what they mean, go over a few of those notes. Both of you roll me stealth checks. He seems to be thinking about something at the moment.
I got a 15.
I got a nat 20, so a 29.
God damn, yo,
I
this
am
was
just,
fun.
I don't know, I'm just nat 20 after nat 20.
He seems to walk into the doorway to the second area, the second story of the tower. Because at this point, the top 3 stories are like a staircase on the outside of like the rooms. There are doors shut here, unlike going through the rooms themselves. Seemingly the most important areas. He walks in there, and goes to close the door behind him, and it seems to stop. It doesn't close fully, but he doesn't seem to notice because he's in deep thought.
Shoot. Okay. Fred, do we ascend or do we grab that punk ass bitch?
It's safer to ascend for now.
You hear from the bottom of the stairs, after all, check the tower. Creatures like that just don't spawn in this realm. Someone must have summoned it. Find who.
You might want to bring it back.
Maybe I do. It said it should come back in about... How long has it been since we entered the tower?
It's been about 3 to 5 minutes. It seems, I'd say it'd be at this point 8 minutes, actually, in technicality. Because the guards had to make sure everything was okay outside, but they came back in now.
Alright. It'll be back in about 2 minutes. We just need to buy time till then. I could command it to come sooner, but...
Give it a little time to heal in the flames of the realm.
Agreed.
So the 2 minutes will be fine. I'll message Ruby. Not Ruby, fuck, Pyre. Because I know where she is, and she should ideally be 60 feet from me.
Yes.
Or is it?
Well, no, she's way down, way farther than 60 feet.
Oh shit. Well, I can't message her. Hopefully she heard them as well, if we could hear it. Okay. So, do you want... We're ascending, right? Yeah?
Agreed. Let's go.
Yeah.
Also, here, take this. I took it off a guard from the bottom floors. And I hand her my shield, the shield of colding that I had gotten.
It gives advantage on any con or dex saves against fire-based spells or abilities used against you. So basically, if you were to make a con save against like being burnt to death.
I'll send what I had gotten down for it.
Anyways, as you guys ascend to the top of the tower, you eventually come into a beautiful penthouse room. Gold, silver, hanging tapestries, beautiful sofa, rugs. Completely different from what you've seen. Actually, not from Pyre's mother's room. There's this sense of incense in the air, an aroma of perfume. And you can see hanging curtains and plant life in here, flowing bits of water that seem to run across the room itself and give it a cooler atmosphere, a sweat to the room itself. And one of these cold orbs that sit in each, like in 4 areas of the room on the outskirts, as well as many busts and sets of armor that seem to surround the room. In the center of the room, there's a small divot.
That's of what?
Armor. In the center
Armor.
of the room,
Okay.
there is a small divot that goes down, and you could see a fighting pit of sand. And in its center, you can see a fighting pit in the center with a I'd say the north side of the room, where you're entering on the eastern side, I would say. You'd be entering on the north side, so I'd say, no, you'd be entering on the west, sorry. The western side. As you enter from there, you can see on the northern side of the room, there is a sofa area with a glass table and an orb that floats above the glass table, with a bunch of notes and scrolls scrawled across, and books as well across the table.
Okay.
Well, it seems to be our stop.
Yeah, we should grab everything we can.
You also see a few women in the room that seem to be unconscious, but like just laying on some of the furniture. They're in horror outfits. They're in like bits of cloth and silk, and they seem to be having gold bands across their arms, their necks, and jewelry across them. They seem to be not whores specifically, but not prostitutes, that's a bad word for it, but concubines of some sort. And you can see sitting on one of these sofas next to all this information, all the information that's on the table, is a human man with darker skin, beautiful flowing red hair that's pulled into a set of dreadlocks on its back, with some baggy pants that come down to cuffs on his feet, and his feet have no shoes at all. You can see has this like sultan hat on the top of his head, and like multiple markings, earrings, and jewelry upon his body, and necklaces as well. And he seems to be sitting next to a few of these women that are leaning on him, and right next to him is a sword, a large curved great sword that seems to be silver bladed with golden pommel at the top of it that has a snake-like head.
Okay,
Really funny idea.
How far away is he from us?
He'd be about, at this point, it's gotten to a smaller room, so he'd be about 100 feet from you.
Okay.
I have a really
Shit.
funny idea.
And he's conscious?
No, he is unconscious on the couch. Well, you get the feeling he's unconscious, but you could see, like, ever so often he moves as if he's humming to himself, like, in that state where, like, he seems to be in a daydreaming state. So he has his eyes closed, and he's not really conscious of his surroundings too much, but enough noise would rouse him.
Okay.
And he's
like
right in front of that information on that couch.
I would like to turn to Blake and whisper to her, "Dimension door, grab the sword, grab the notes."
I have one 4th level spell slot left. I could do that. That would cause noise.
That would cause noise.
I think. I don't know if Dimension Door actually makes a sound.
It does.
It does, unfortunately. Well, we're going the old-fashioned way.
No, I don't have subtle spell. I don't even think that would just stop the noise. Instead, I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to cast invisibility on you. Hopefully you don't turn visible when you grab the shit, but I'm going to cast invisibility on you.
Before you do that, I would like to issue my fire elemental one more mental command. Wait 1 more minute before attacking again, because I really don't want it to attack while we're up here.
Yeah, you can feel it's getting closer to you, by the way. So, like, as you're like, stop, it stops, and you can feel that it's, like, on the edge, the cusp of getting to the town again.
Okay. I would like to sneak over and grab the sword and the notes.
Well, you can grab one thing first. Make me a stealth check
Sword
with
first.
advantage. Actually, no, because this is more sound-based, because it's trying not to rouse him from his sleep, so this is just a normal check.
My Boots of Elvenkind give me advantage on a sound
then
check.
go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, with advantage.
Hell yeah.
Huge.
Come on,
Huge piece,
come
yeah.
on.
18.
28.
Oh, 28. Fuck. Yeah, you grab his sword, and it turns invisible as you put it on your back for a second. God damn it, that would have been such a cool thing if he battled you.
He can battle us now that I got a sword.
At this point, he doesn't seem to rouse. Like, he opens his eyes but doesn't see anything and then goes back to sleep for a second.
Thank God he didn't realize, wow, I don't see anything. Wait, I don't see my sword.
Yeah, he's...
Okay,
You see a lot of, like, hookah bottles around, like, the air. Like, you see a hookah bottle on the table, like, underneath the table, it seems hidden, as well as a bunch of sheepskin, like, because that's what they are, sheep, like, intestine condoms around the area that are used.
No.
And, yeah.
Okay.
I have one other thing I'm going to do before we take the notes.
Mm-hmm.
What's
your passive perception, sorry?
17.
16.
As you get closer now, because you weren't able to see this a bit of distance away from him, behind him are these hanging curtains next to a large window and the small bits of waterfalls that pour out. But behind the couch, you hear something shaking, as if a cage behind the couch.
Oh no.
I can check that after. I have a pair of manacles, and I would like to put them on him in his sleep.
So, you are going to be putting these on him in his sleep. Roll a sleight of hand check with disadvantage, because you are touching him now.
Not
Oh
one.
no.
So,
Crap.
as you go to put the manicules on him, you go and you're about to put them on one hand first, and you accidentally hit the table. Well, the hookah bottle under the table. It falls, shatters. It cuts you. You're like, ah, fuck! And as you say that, he immediately wakes up, and not seeing anything but watching blood pour onto the ground, is going to cast wall of fire around himself.
Son of a bitch.
Well, you're resistant to fire.
Yeah, we are resistant to fire.
And I'm not near
Take
you.
this spell into the fucking fire realm.
Yeah, why would this
It's
guy do
very
As he
that?
casts
interesting.
that, he reaches over to his sword. Oh shit! Ah. You see
I
the
would
girls
like-
wake up and they're like, "Oh my god!" as they run out of the firewall. No, and they seem to.
Yeah.
A few of them burn up. Stay.
Fucking idiots.
And you see, like, he's looking around as he grabs like a golden chain he was sitting right next to that you didn't see because he was like right in front of it. As he does, he like starts to swing it. It's gemstoned. I would like because you are like. He puts it directly around himself in the couch, which you would be directly in front of the couch. A dexterity saving throw for me.
Dexterity saving. A saving
Yeah.
throw?
Yeah.
Perfect. That would be a 26.
26.
Oh my god.
You take no damage because of your evasion.
What sneaky boy.
You have evasion, right?
Wait. Do I?
As a monk?
I am. Should have evaded.
Do
We'll
you?
find out.
You should.
Yeah, I do.
Evasion is 7th, yeah.
7th level. Yeah, sorry, I had to scroll through all my shit to find it.
The wall of fire seems to not burn you as you dodge out of the way of it and like land on the table as it shatters under your weight. And you look towards him and you look up towards the crystal ball as you see like a face shimmer in on it, a face that you don't recognize. And it goes, Mardius. What is going on? Apologies, sir. It seems we have some intruders. He looks directly over to you, Blake.
He is talking
Oh
in
wait,
front
he
of
can
me?
see me? Alright.
They
I cast
will
I cast hold person.
Taken care.
I would like to go ahead and make some unarmed attacks against him. With specifically stunning strike.
There is a wall of fire between the two of you.
Yep, I'm going to be punching through the fire
Okay,
to
you
try and get him.
immediately fail the save if you're going to punch through the fire. Okay, so with each attack, you're going to take the damage of the fire.
Okay, I'm resistant to fire, so I
Okay.
should be have.
So how many attacks are you making?
I'm going to make two attacks, both with stunning strike.
Okay, roll your first attack.
These will crit if they hit.
Not yet, because he. What's your
23.
DC for your old person?
Give me a second. Let me check. 17.
He succeeds, so they're not going to be crits. So what'd you roll?
23.
23. So as he says that and stops for a second, he seems to like pull back for a second as he gets punched straight in the face as you suffer. Well, he needs to make a stunning strike save. Fails with a
Con
natural
save.
1. So he gets stunned
Hit this
immediately.
bitch's face in.
Is Wall of Flame a concentration thing?
I'm checking that right now, actually.
Alright.
So you'll only take one thing of fire damage then. Because it is concentration.
Fuck yeah.
So as you punch through, what the fuck? You suffer 24 reduced to 12 points of fire damage. You punch him straight in the face, and you. I'm gonna say this is funny here. How much damage do you deal?
I deal 1d6 plus 5. Let me roll.
I'll say what's your dexterity modifier?
Plus 5. I've got a 20.
Okay, so we're gonna say you deal 75 damage to him instead. As
Oh,
you
Jesus.
I'll
just
take it. I'll take
as
it.
this is considered a duel at the moment, I'll say, just as you, just like, you don't even punch him, you just flat hand palm strike him in the face. You see a few of his teeth, which are, some of them are golden and silver, go flying out of his mouth as you scrunch his nose and just send him. Do you want to keep him in the room or not? You just try to get rid of him or not?
I'm just trying to get him out of the fight right now, but if he goes out of the room, I've got no problem with it.
You flat hand send him straight out the window.
Let him die from the fall.
Yeah, he's flattened. As he hits the ground, your invisibility drops immediately because you made an attack. And you see the orb looks down. The individual in it looks down. Well,
Sorry
yours
about
are
your friend.
useless. Don't worry, I have more. Who are you? What are you doing?
Can I walk up and look in the orb?
You look in the orb. You see a relatively middle-aged man with a beautiful beard, a bit of slicked back hair, these cold, calculating eyes of blue,
Oh,
white-skinned face, and the beard itself is brownish as well as the hair with a little bit of gray in it. You see he has noble-like features, and he wears a crown of silver and blue. Make a history check for me.
History. Should we both do it, or just
Only you, Ferd, specifically.
oh, just for okay.
Mm-hmm.
that would be a 16?
Unfortunately, you don't know who this man is because you haven't traveled out of the fire plane. When it's a
Eric, remember-
human, and you see him go, "We'll meet again. I don't forget a face. And let me tell you, you have made a powerful enemy this day." As the crystal ball shatters and falls to the ground, you start to hear clambering up the stairs. Guards. They're not too far below you.
I would like to immediately
You're
send a
fine.
mental, yep, to attack. I would like to.
You look out the window and you see your fire elemental tearing through the city. You hear, "God damn it! You 20, go out and deal with that fire elemental. I'll search the tower." And that's the
All right, I'm
guard
gonna kill him.
captain.
All right.
You two, come with me. You hear, "You check that room. You check on Asterion. I'll go to the top. Check on the Sultan."
So,
All right, I'm gonna.
The other
Font
women
of
are like
magic.
holding on to each other, scared, shaking. Some of them are just topless.
nice
gather
kiss.
the
I look over at
materi-
Blake. We gotta go.
Yeah, get the materials. I'm gonna font of magic. My remaining sorcery points into spells.
Okay.
I'm just gonna.
Um,
I'm gonna run over to the notes table and just start shoveling everything in my backpack.
I assume you guys locked the door when you came in first, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the second we've been locking doors like as we've gone on.
Yeah, I figured so. So as you like get the items and you're looking towards each other, like, okay, what do we do? The door. There's someone. Sultan, open the door now.
I
We-
run over to one of the concubines. Tell
Make a
him
moan.
he's fine. Make him moan.
Start
Moan.
moaning.
Make an
Start moaning.
intimidation or persuasion check.
Fucking.
Can I give him the help action by standing menacingly?
Well, that's if he's intimidated.
I'm gonna intimidate just because the help.
Okay. Natural ones.
It's really funny. Nat 20. Another
Like
one.
shaking, terrified, this topless woman just goes, "Ah," and like starts to moan as a few of the other ones start to moan alongside her. And he goes, "Sir, I'm coming in. You better have your pants up." And you hear the sound of a key in the lock as the door opens up. I'm gonna roll a performance check really quickly. You see the guard captain has a piece of felt in his hand over his eyes. "Sir, I'm giving you 5 seconds to put your pants on. 5," and he pulls his weapon
Are
out.
his two
4.
guards-
There's
his
no
two
guards
guards
with him.
behind him?
He sent the guards to different
All
rooms,
right.
it seems. 2.
I'm gonna misty step behind him and smite.
1. You are 100 feet from him as he's entering it.
Yeah, we're not
Oh.
close. I would like to duck
Oh.
behind the couch.
Okay, you duck behind the couch. Roll a stealth check.
All right, I'm gonna go on a wall and act as a suit of armor.
Make a
yeah.
deception or stealth check. Your choice.
We're gonna do deception. Not a really high deception.
Okay.
We're so fucking stupid.
No, this is great. 23.
This is
23.
the biggest brain idea I've ever seen. I got 14.
You hold yourself there,
I
and
know.
he looks around. "Concubines!" And he rushes up and grabs one by the throat. "Where is the Sultan?" And she choking at this point, points towards the window. Useless, and he throws her to the ground. As he starts to look around, who did this? At this point, that cage continues to rattle, and you look forth, and you see
Oh yeah.
a small fire boar in the cage.
Oh, we killed its mom.
Squeals, and he looks. You watch as suit of armor. The captain looks towards the couch, holds his weapon, grabs it with both hands, and slashes down as these portals send ice towards it. I need a dexterity saving throw from you first.
Can I counterspell?
No, don't bother.
You're gonna break your stealth if you do.
24.
Well, oh wait, so it's I don't want it to kill the boar. That's the thing.
Oh, well then yeah.
Can I counterspell, and then as soon as those stop happening, Missy step behind him to smite, assuming I counterspell it.
All right, go ahead and make me. You're casting a third, right?
Yeah, I don't have any fourth level.
Make a. Well, no, this would be. It immediately counterspells. He looks around the room and sees you disappear as you appear behind him, pulling out your weapon to smite down at him, and that's what we'll pick up next time.